Good morning, one and all. Hopefully you'll have been following me on my social media, particularly Facebook. And from that you will have seen that we had a bit of an issue in Paris last week. From there I ended up here in Ardouy. And after tipping the first trailer out, I was sent out with a second trailer where I had a delay of 6 hours to tip and reload. And I was supposed to be setting off.
Yards at end of the road, turn left onto Broughton.
Supposed to be setting off for Brittany for delivery on Monday. Within 5 or 10 minutes of me being loaded, I got a message saying, scrub that. Take that trailer that you've got up to Ardouy, which I did, and over the course of the weekend, i.e. yesterday, today being Sunday, I had a trailer sent out to me, and this one is bound for a new one for the vlog, which is always interesting, I'm sure. This one is bound for 3 drops in Germany, specifically Frankfurt.
250 yards at end
So
of the road,
that's where we're going
turn
today.
right
We're going to head across to Frankfurt, get parked up. Hopefully I'll be there around midday. Get parked up, have 11 hours off and start again tonight, and I've got 3 drops to tip, new to me, new to you, in Frankfurt. Stick along for the ride. Morning all, welcome back. We've just crossed the border at Aachen into Germany, and we're heading across towards Cologne, and then we'll head south towards Frankfurt. Hello again. You can see the bright sky off to the right, but it's lashing down here. Anyway, that's just telling me I've got a quarter of an hour left to the end of my first session, so I'm going to find somewhere to stop and have a bit of breakfast. We're making good time. South of Cologne, heading towards Koblenz and then down to Frankfurt. Just 112 miles left to go, so 2.5 hours probably. Should see us do that, which is about spot on. So yeah, just find something to stop for breakfast now. Just before I set off, sorry it's a bit noisy, but I've put the window down. But there's a bunch of guys in a Mercedes been trying to repair it around the back of that truck, and I don't think the repair's working very well. Doesn't look too healthy, does it? Oh dear. Oh well, there we are. Right, we're stopped here. Just had our break, had some cereal, and we are 96 miles from Frankfurt, from our first drop. So a couple of hours, hopefully we'll box that off. It's 9 o'clock, so
recalculating.
10 o'clock local time. Should get us there for 12 o'clock as predicted. 11 hours off, we start at 11. My first drop is 12, and I'm going to be parked hopefully on the doorstep, so I've got half an hour's scope either way. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that things are doable as I want them to be. So let's head on down to Koblenz. Well, towards Koblenz. Finish up at Frankfurt. seeing this in the Czech video. I came this way out to Czechoslovakia when we were stuck there for a week a couple of Christmases ago. Impressive airport though, fair play. Just 14 miles to go to the drop now, so we should be there 20-25 minutes. It's just coming up to 11:30, so the 12 o'clock prediction is looking extremely good. Google Maps looks like you can park outside, so that'll be better still. But I'll show you when we get there. Well, that's us here, and it's bang on 12 o'clock. I've been here 10 minutes, just sort of sussing out where we've to go, and it's round the back of this building to my right. But there's a security guard down here, and there's a few trucks parked round the back. It's chock a block down here, mate. And I said, "Are we okay to park?" He said, "Yeah, no problem." So I'm gonna squeeze in here, because it did look quite tight. Get parked up, and then wait for tonight's start time. There we are. Yeah, we go straight forward and round the back of the building by the looks of it, but I don't know, there's a few loading bays, so they may have me on these here or whatever. But anyway, what I'll do is tuck myself away in a bit of parking.
I can also see, or I can also make a decision when they tell me where to load the tipping, which way I drive to get to it.
Right, I think everybody should be able to get their trailers out. Not blocking anything off. A couple of trailers to my left there, but seems alright, so that'll do. Let's wait for tonight. Hopefully, hopefully you can hear this. Jesus. There's hailstones bouncing outside. They're like golf balls. Evening all. That's the first one off. He came in. I just had 11 hours and 10 minutes break, and he came in. So I went round and saw him. And he finished his smoke, and then he said, right, back on a bay, and we got sorted. The next one is 19 miles back up into Frankfurt, which is where we're heading now. So let's see when we get there. Well, that was good. Decent. Just there's a bus up there. Decent run up here. It's only taken us half an hour. The only thing is, there's one on a bay, one waiting, and then he says I'm after him. Come on matey, back up out the way. There we are. Stick yourself down here.
You have reached your destination on the left.
Right, that's number 2 off, and just under 10 miles, 9.6 miles to the next one, which is lovely. It's just before, was it 4:50? Clown knows I paid. Oh yeah, just pull off, mate. Oh, you are doing. Yeah, we'll struggle to get round then. You turd. Jesus. Watches me pull off and then sets off himself. Clown. Right, what are we saying? Just under 10 miles, like I say, 9.6 miles to the next one, and it's 2:50. So 10 to 3, which is 10 to 4 local time. It's been a long day to get 2 drops off in such close proximity.
After a quarter of a mile, turn left at the roundabout, taking the 3rd exit
Mr.
onto
Prima
Highway
Frio's
Plans Alley.
tucked his back end in, but left his front end sticking out a bit. Right, let's get down to the next one. Well, the good news is the last one is off. Took just over 2 hours, but it is what it is. I found a little truck wash just up the road, so I nipped up there. But there was a notice on the door saying machine's broken, though the notice did look old. So they were due to start at 8 o'clock, and it was 10 to 8 when I got there. So I had a bit of breakfast and waited till just after 8 o'clock. In the meantime, the office had sent me a message saying they'd booked me a truck wash and to head up towards Cologne. So I said, well, I'm here now. And they said, right, okay, well, if they turn in and you get washed there, that's fine. Just let them know and they'll cancel the other one. Anyway, come 8:05, there was no sign of the guys, so I sent them a message saying, right, I'm going to head to Moggendorf, where they've suggested, get washed out there and see what they've got from there then. Well, we've made it to the truck wash here up at Moggendorf, which you can see here. They're a bit slow. Oh, now he's saying I've got to go back into the office, and there's a rest stop over there. But the road I needed to come on was shut for about 100 yards, meaning a 4-mile diversion to get here. Anyway, let's go see if they can sort this out. Well, mate boy's just come in and said he's done. Walls are clean. Floor looks pretty good, fair play. Right. Just get the suspension back level and drop it back down on the rear axles. I've got it like that so it obviously the water runs out, because what I don't want to do is clip that on the way out, and it's likely to be set to 4-meter trailers. So otherwise all looks good. Morning again all. Well, afternoon now actually. It's 11:30 UK, so 12:30 in the fatherland. We've just had a message through from the office. I've got a load out of Liege. He's asked me to be there for 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's a full load to go back to the UK to one of our customers. Now the thing is, I'm about an hour off, which will be 11:30, so it's now 12:30, so that's 1:30 local time, and they don't shut well 4 o'clock. And I'm only loading empty trays, and I've got a feeling, that I may get them on this afternoon. So if I do, that's a bonus. That means I can still have time off and set off either earlier or still at 5, 6 o'clock, whatever. But it's just a job less to do. The only downside is I was trying to keep it to a 13-hour day today, so I could have had 11 hours off. But I just came off at a parking area there that was absolutely chock-a-block, and it was literally on my last couple of minutes. I thought I'd be able to just get in the lay-by, and that would have done me for the day. But that's not the case. So having checked how far it is to this next one, like I say, it's about an hour. So I'm going to run my time out towards there, and I think there's a little cafe either on site or at the entrance to the site, something like that. So I fancy an omelette for my dinner. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, it's a lovely day, as you can see. It's only 20 degrees, but beautiful weather. Right, let's get on with the job. Here we are at the old border crossing at
Continue for 14 miles.
Aachen. I like to see these old places. They're they're just good to see, aren't they? They're like memories of old, you know. Here we are coming into Liege, just running alongside the river. I've been to this one before and filmed it. It's if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's right alongside the Jupiler brewery. You can see all the crates, as I said in the previous video, that people stick on top of the roof racks on their retro Scanias. Yeah, this is the place. Oh, that's a bit rough. Belgian cobbles. I think that big building there on the left, but certainly on the right as well, is the Jupiler brewery. sure we go up here, turn to the right, and the brewery's on our right, the entrance, up where these lights are, I think. The entrance is on the right, and the entrance to the market where
In
I'm
300
going,
yards, turn right onto Avenue Joseph Prévert.
yeah, there we go. The entrance is on the left to the market where I want to be.
Turn right onto Avenue Joseph Prévert. In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the 4th exit and stay on Avenue de Jupier.
Jupier. That's the beer. Jupier, not Jupiler. More cobbles. There's a vat look in the middle of the road. From memory, we have to go right and then left at it where that silver van's going to get into the market. That changeover, that might be the restaurant I'm thinking of. Oh, it is, that'd be good.
Head southeast. Then, make a U-turn. Make a U-turn.
I think you can pay it by card here. We shall see. Well, that was spot on. One of the managers came out and he went, yeah, no problem, we can load you today, back onto a bay. He brought him in. I said, do you want me to put him on with the pump track? Yeah, no problem, there's an electric one there, use that one. So I used that, pulled out, parked up, 25 minutes left. Absolutely spot on. So I'm going to let the office know I've loaded and see what they want to do. But for today, that's it. Evening everybody. We've just done our walk round checks, the daily checks, and also the immigration checks to make sure we've got no illegals on board. That involves checking in the side lockers, checking underneath, checking on the axles. I didn't lock or seal the trailer until I'd done the check this evening, so I could check inside the back that's now locked and sealed. Same again on this side. We check the axles, we check underneath, check that nothing's fastened to the chassis or the axles, side lockers, everywhere possible really, at the back of the cab, between the cab and the unit, and everything's good. So we're going to make our way up to Calais and the train, which is just short 200 miles I think, so hopefully we'll get that off without needing a break on the way up. And then we've got a similar distance the other side, because though this trailer wasn't due to load till the morning, it turns out I may have actually done him a favour by getting it loaded, because he's short of railers back in the UK, and the customer where this is going is one of the customers that's short of a railer, so he's asked me to get it there as early as I can. So I'm just putting in the sat nav, Calais Tunnel, there we go. So yeah, gonna punch on through the night and do my best to get it there early hours of tomorrow morning. Here we are, ladies and mental germs. Just coming back into Calais. There's the big red lights you can see in the arc there, or sort of in front over to the left a bit, is the Site Europe, the big shopping centre. Yeah, we're just a couple of miles off the tunnel now. As I'm sure you're aware, you'll have seen this part of the journey, of my journeys, many times before. I'll probably show you getting across, and we're going to run around the M25, M3,
6 miles,
and pick up the A303 heading down to the West Country. So I'll take you with you on that part of the journey anyway. Hopefully, by the time we get across the other side, the sun will have started to rise and it'll be a nice journey down. Excuse me, we go past Stonehenge, which is
exit the highway
normally congested, but it's always sort of fun to see, isn't it? Anyway, catch you in a bit. Here we are at the sheds. You can see the sniffer dog going round there. That was nice, not too long a wait there, maybe 15 minutes to get on this train. Morning all, we're down on the M3, headed, well, just London side, if you like, of Basingstoke. Bang on 100 miles to my delivery, where I should be dropping this trailer. So it's a good 2 hours, and I've got 2 hours 40. So I think by the time I get down the bottom end, traffic's going to have built up for morning rush hour. The roads are slower and narrower, so I could lose 15 or 20 minutes there, which will only, leave me with a 10-minute buffer. And without that, if I don't make it, it means stopping for 45 minutes just to clear the tacho before we do the last sort of 10 minutes, which is a shame really. It'd be nice to just get there and drop the trailer and get put off. I'm desperate for a coffee, and I'm probably gonna, while I get a coffee, I'm gonna check how much fuel's in the trailer tank, because I think it may take a splash, and then whoever gets it next has got a full tank to go whenever they go in. It may even be me picking it back up, so I'll get it done anyway. Just a quick one for anybody who's unaware. I do post, I try and post daily on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description below to my Facebook page, and if you're not following it already, go follow that as well, because that gives almost daily updates of where I am, what I'm doing and all the rest of it, not just like these vlogs that I put together throughout the week and you watching in one go sort of thing. So yeah, there's a follow on Facebook, because that's building up nicely as well, which helps. If you're not subscribed to this channel, by the way, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Put any comments you want, ask any questions, whatever, and I'll try and get back to them as soon as possible. Well, that does take some time, because that's a bit of a mammoth task at the moment. I looked this morning, funny enough, on the train, and there's just a boatload, but I even cleared a few of them, but then I stopped to have a bite to eat, and A3 heading across towards Wincanton and Yeovil area. There hasn't been a great deal, well, there's been nothing unusual to see, apart from Stonehenge, which I forgot to video. But the wind's proper picked up. It's windy as hell. You can see the trees moving there at the side of the road. But it's buffeting the truck all over the place. And it's obviously started lashing down, as you can see. I've spoken to my boss, and the plan is that I drop this trailer off and park up, have my time off, and probably go with another one after 11 hours tonight, unless it's ready early. I can go up to 9. And that's likely to be for Belgium and a bit of a run round in Germany. Though I'll probably just be taking it to Calais. So I'm guessing, and I don't know as yet, that there'll be somebody in Calais having the time off, so that when I get to Calais early hours of the morning, I can clear Civet for them, and they've then got a full card to go and get into Germany, either start tipping or park up ready to tip again that tomorrow night. But as I say, I'm not 100% sure as yet, because he hasn't confirmed that, but that was his provisional plan. So just a quick reminder, if you're not subscribed, please do so, and I'll show you the last running to my delivery point along the narrow, along the narrow lanes, because that can be something to see. There you can see one of my colleagues parked up, because there's nowhere to park down here. I wanted to be here for 8 o'clock, and it's 2 minutes to 8, and I'm about 3 minutes away, so I think that's a pretty good shift. Done my best. I don't think I could have done any more, that's for certain. So I'm going to drop this trailer off, and you can sometimes park immediately outside the gates. My only concern is with Matey Boy being parked up there, it may be full down here already. Wow, looks like somebody's gone through the hedge there. Why he would keep charging round that corner when he's seen me coming, I don't know. And he had 3 foot on his passenger side to pull off. But anyway, there we are. Locals, they obviously own the road. We go along here to a sharp right, after which I shall cut you off, because we're getting close to the customer's
After
premises,
350 yards, turn right.
and they may well be nervous about what goes on videos. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, hit subscribe, and check out my
Take the next right.
Facebook profile, because there are more regular updates. I try to do it daily, as I say, on there. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Rolling down the highway, the sun shining bright. My Scania V8's roaring, what a glorious sight. With a heart full of freedom, I'm feeling alive. The wind in my hair, oh, what a vibe. Through the fields and the valleys, the landscape unfolds. Me and my truck, telling stories untold. From the mountains of Norway to the shores of the sea. When I'm in my cab, you know I'm truly free. So let's ride with the breeze on this open road, trucking